Back for another deep dive. You know Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yeah.
And one of our listeners wrote in because they're already
Thinking ahead.
thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart.
Yeah, they want to make sure that their dog is safe
Of course.
during all the craziness.
Yeah.
So they sent us this great article by Carrie Ann Monteleon.
Oh, yeah. I've seen her stuff.
Yeah, she's great. She's got a lot of really good tips for making sure that your Thanksgiving is dog safe.
Awesome.
So we're going to kind of go through this article and pull out some of the things that we think are most important
Yeah,
to remember for a safe and happy Thanksgiving for your furry friends.
definitely. I think it's a good idea to get ahead of it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's easy to get caught up in all the preparations and forget about the little things.
Yeah, for sure.
That can make a big difference for our pets.
Exactly. And, Thanksgiving is a lot, right? It's a lot of people.
Lots of food.
Lots of food. Yeah, lots of different smells and sounds.
Yeah. Definitely not the normal routine for most dogs.
Right, exactly.
So being prepared and making sure your pup has a safe and comfortable experience is key.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in.
Let's do it.
Monteleon's article starts off talking about door security,
Okay.
which, seems simple enough.
Right.
But think about it. You've got people coming in and out all day long.
Yeah, the door's constantly opening and closing.
Exactly. And a dog, especially like a dog who's maybe a little skittish or prone to bolting,
Mm-hmm.
could easily just dart out the door.
Yeah. In all the excitement, it's easy for them to slip out unnoticed.
Yeah. So Monteleone suggests a couple things like using leashes,
Okay.
baby gates,
Good idea.
or even setting up a designated safe space for your dog,
Oh, I like that.
away from all the commotion.
Yeah, a little haven for them to chill out in.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a great idea, especially if you have a dog who's a little more sensitive to noise and crowds.
For sure. For sure. And I would add to that, make sure your dog's microchip information is up to date
Oh, absolutely essential.
and that they have a collar with ID tags.
Just in case they do manage to escape.
Exactly, because you never know, right?
No, better safe than sorry.
Okay, so we've covered door security.
Check.
Let's move on to the main event,
The feast.
the food, which is probably the biggest concern for most dog owners.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Yeah, there are so many Thanksgiving staples that are actually really dangerous for dogs.
Yeah, Monteleone lists a whole bunch of them, and some of them might actually surprise you.
Yeah, like beyond the obvious stuff, like turkey bones.
Yeah, we all know those are a no-no.
Right, they can splinter and cause all sorts of internal damage.
Exactly, but then there are things like onions,
Oh, yeah, those are toxic to dogs.
or grapes,
Can cause kidney failure.
shellfish,
Not good for their digestive system.
and even some sugar-free desserts.
Oh, yeah, because of xylitol.
Xylitol, that's the one that always gets me.
It's a really common artificial sweetener.
Yeah, it's in so many things these days.
And even small amounts can be super dangerous for dogs.
It's scary how toxic it is.
Yeah, it causes a rapid drop in blood sugar, which can lead to seizures, liver failure, even death.
That's terrifying.
It is, so you got to be extra careful to keep anything containing xylitol completely out of reach.
Absolutely. And speaking of things that are bad for dogs,
Yeah.
Monteleone also mentions pancreatitis.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I'm not exactly sure what it is.
So pancreatitis is basically a painful inflammation of the pancreas,
Okay.
and it's often triggered by rich, fatty foods.
Like all the Thanksgiving goodies.
Exactly, the kind of stuff we tend to overindulge in.
Right.
The symptoms can range from vomiting and lethargy to more serious complications.
Nice.
And it can even be life-threatening in some cases.
Wow. So I guess even if it's tempting to give your dog a little taste of everything,
You gotta resist.
moderation is key.
Absolutely, for their health and for your peace of mind.
So we've got to be mindful of the people food,
For sure.
but even the dog-friendly treats.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it with those either.
Right. Too much of a good thing can still
Yeah.
be bad.
Exactly. Their tummies aren't used to all those extra treats, and it can really upset their digestive system.
Got it. So moderation all around.
Moderation is key.
Okay, now what about guests?
Ah, yes. The well-meaning but sometimes misguided guests
Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly.
who can't resist slipping a little something to those puppy dog eyes.
Right. They think they're being nice.
They are. They just don't realize that it can actually do more harm than good.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we politely but firmly let our guests know that we're not feeding the dog from the table?
Well, I think clear communication is key.
Okay.
You can mention it in your Thanksgiving invitation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Or just casually remind people as they arrive.
Like, hey, just a heads up, we're keeping Fido on a strict diet today.
Exactly. No snacks for the furry friend.
I love that it's lighthearted but gets the message across.
Exactly. You don't want to be a party pooper.
Right. But you also want to keep your dog safe.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered food and guests. Now, Monteleone also talks about creating a safe space for your dog.
Oh, yeah. That's so important.
I know my dog gets super overwhelmed with a lot of people around.
Understandable. It can be a lot of stimulation for them.
Yeah, so having a quiet spot where she can retreat to is essential.
Absolutely. It gives them a sense of security and control in a situation that might feel a little chaotic to them.
Exactly. And Monteleone suggests making that space extra cozy
Ooh, yeah.
with familiar toys bedding.
Maybe even a calming diffuser.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Yeah, anything that helps them feel relaxed and comfortable.
And what about puzzle toys or those long-lasting chews?
Those are great.
I find those are fantastic for keeping my dog entertained and distracted.
Yeah, they provide mental stimulation, which can help tire them out.
Right, and a tired dog is a calmer dog.
Exactly.
Speaking of tired dogs,
Yeah.
Monteleone also recommends a good dose of exercise before the festivities begin.
Absolutely. A nice long walk or play session can really help burn off some of that nervous energy.
Yeah, it's like preemptively tiring them out.
Exactly, so they're less likely to get into trouble.
Makes total sense.
Oh.
Okay, so we've covered food guests, safe spaces exercise.
What else?
Is there anything else we need to be mindful of to make sure our dog has a safe and enjoyable Thanksgiving?
Oh, decorations.
Oh, right, decorations. It's easy to overlook those.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it from a dog's perspective.
Right, everything is new and exciting,
And potentially dangerous.
like candles,
Yeah,
centerpieces.
dirt and plants.
Yeah, those can all be hazardous if a curious dog gets a hold of them.
So keep those decorations out of reach.
And candles unattended.
Absolutely, prevention is key.
It all comes down to planning ahead
For sure.
and thinking about things from our dog's perspective.
Exactly. Thanksgiving should be a happy time for everyone, including our furry friends.
I love that. And on that note, here's something to think about as you finalize your Thanksgiving plans. How can you make the day not just safe for your dog?
But enjoyable.
Exactly. Maybe it's a special chew toy, a long walk in nature, or even just some quiet cuddle time.
Ah, I love that.
Incorporating those things into your Thanksgiving plans can really make it a positive experience for everyone.
Absolutely, and create some special memories too.
All right, so there you have it.
A dog-safe Thanksgiving.
We've covered a lot of ground today,
We have.
but hopefully you feel well equipped to make sure your furry friend has a happy and stress-free holiday.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
And to a delicious Thanksgiving for all.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.